There we go. I think it's working now. Hi, welcome to my live video tonight, Random Stuff with Merla. Appreciate you hopping on. So tonight we're going to be talking about travel de-stress. That was the caption that I put up there. So if you happen to have caught me live tonight, or you actually have caught the replay, that's great. Please feel free, if you're comfortable, to say hi in the comments, or a wave or a shout out or whatever. Let me know where you're watching from. It's kind of neat to see how far these videos go out there. So yeah. So I guess the theme of this last while has been travel. So I've talked about a couple of times my packing of my carry-on. So that's all packed. I'm ready to go. I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about less stress when you're traveling. So that's what we're going to talk about. So if we've not met before, my name is Merla Kruger, as you can see by my profile. And here on my page, I try to go live every Monday night and talk about a topic that I think might be of interest to you, that something that maybe has come up for me during the week of interest to myself. Something that resonates for me, or something that I'm going through, or something that I'm planning to do, or a project or whatever. So yeah, so it's kind of fun. So I like to go live because it helps people get to know me. And like I said, I do find it enjoyable. I've done a few live video challenges in the past, and that is to hone my skills, to get better at it, with my online coach, Helen Martin. She's amazing. And she does these live video challenges. So to help you on your business page to get better at speaking in front of people, it's helpful, build your confidence on social media. It also increases your reach on social media. It's a busy space out there. And so apparently live video, and even like those little reels and stories and stuff like that, they actually increase your engagement and increase the eyes that are on you. So these are all reasons of why I'm trying this. And also I just really enjoy it. And I figure, hey, social media, you're meant to be social. So it's kind of fun. So that's what I do. But on my business page over there, I do some cooking videos. So with spices and extracts. So if you're ever interested, you can catch me over there. And also I have another business page called Mert's Odds and Ends. And I do video transfers, and I do slide scanning and photo scanning, and just helping seniors with little things that I might be able to help them with. So I'm kind of winding down with that as I'm getting older, but I still am active. So yeah, but tonight we're going to talk about the less stress when you travel. So I've got 5 tips. Let's get at it. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So yeah, so number 1 is to plan ahead, plan your journey. So that could involve planning the actual trip, but also could involve planning what you're going to take, what you need for your trip, like even just for your bag, like what I was doing with the packing. Like for instance, some ideas with that is I made sure that I had all of my medical insurance done up ahead of time. I've got my passport up to date. I've got my medical insurance printed out on a paper for my husband, like little things like that, like planning ahead with just anything. It might be that you had to get your proper medications ahead of time, anything like that. It makes it so much more enjoyable if you're not rushed near the end trying to pack your bags and also figure out what you're doing. So I'm going with a friend. So we actually created, it was kind of my idea, but Michelle and I made a Facebook Messenger, just the two of us, and we called it Ideas for a Trip. So then as the months went by, if you thought of something or saw something in that area that you wanted to do, you just popped it in there. So, and all we did was put the link in there. So when we get there, all of that stuff is in my link and I don't have to be thinking, oh, what was that? Where did I put that? So I find your phones are so handy for planning ahead for trips. Like there's the note section, there's, Messenger. You can use that, like sending a message to yourself, like, that sort of thing. So there's so many ways of planning ahead. So if I happen to look down, you'll know why, because I have some notes and I don't want to forget anything. So start with your packing and your planning of your trip. That makes less stress. So anything you can do ahead alleviates any kind of anxiety is what I find. So number 2 is like, say, okay, you're ready to get going to the airport, making sure that you've given yourself enough time. You're not leaving the last minute, like some kind of errand to make you late, that sort of thing. So, so that when you get there, you can enjoy your downtime. You're not all stressed by the time you get there. I like to just sit there, and while I'm waiting for the boarding is just to look out the window, just contemplate your trip. You could read a book. Sometimes I download on my iPad different shows from Netflix. You can use the download now. Watch a movie, listen to music. You could catch up on your emails, social media, make some posts on your business page while you're waiting. So, and if something gets delayed, what can you do about it? I just figure, hey, grab some food, relax, sit in the airport if your flight's delayed. I've had some stress with that, so I'm learning to just try to just let it go. Like, don't sweat the small stuff. I know it's easy to say, but, and also maybe it is like, go grabbing your favorite drink while you're waiting. Like just try to enjoy the whole process of travel, even at the airport. I find it kind of exciting. It's like, oh, yay, I'm flying somewhere. So yeah. Number 3 is to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time every time that you're going somewhere, whether it be getting to the airport or when you get there, just making sure that you're not rushed all the time. I think that's important. Like for the airport, I think you're supposed to be there 2 hours ahead. I mean, I've gone on a few flights where we thought we had enough time and we kind of cut back thinking, oh, that's way too much time. But right now, the way travel is, it's very hard out there in the airports because I think there's less staff, or I'm not sure what it is, but the security lines seem to be longer, that sort of thing. So I find giving myself enough time just for me alleviates a lot of anxiety. I'd rather sit there and wait. So number 4, I picked, don't assume something's going to go wrong. And if it does, what can you do about it? What's the worst thing that could happen if something did go wrong? So don't assume that something's going to go wrong. Trying to think positively. And sometimes things happen for a reason. I've had it happen where I've been delayed in an airport and I've ran into somebody and had a great visit with somebody from another community or another town. So it can always be an enjoyable experience no matter what. So, but I love travel, but I do get anxious. So I do have essential oil inhaler that I use for anxiety. So I take that and sniff it a little bit now and then, and I find that it does calm me down. Or, I have like some natural health drinks that I take too. So that can be good, or a cup of tea or something to calm your nerves, chamomile tea, anything like that. So I find that all of these things work together to help us to have less stress. So, I mean, you're going to be stressed if you're thinking something is going to go wrong. I find the more that I plan ahead, then stuff doesn't go wrong. Like I try to think ahead of different scenarios that could go wrong and think, okay, I've got that covered. No problem there. Just going to do that. So have sort of some ideas in your mind ahead of time always helps. So that's number 4 is don't assume something's going to go wrong. Just try to think positive, I guess, about what's coming ahead. And what can you do if something does go wrong? Number 5, I put down, have something to look forward to when you get home. So I always make sure before I go that my house is nice and clean and tidy. The beds are changed. We have, yeah, just things are in place so that when I walk in that door, my house, I'm like, I'm so happy to be home. And then maybe plan a fun activity, like give yourself some time to rest. Don't be planning a whole lot of stuff the day you get home, so that you have time for downtime, because you know how that goes. Sometimes that last day, especially if you're flying, can be stressful. So planning, or don't plan too much for the day that you get home, because there could be delays and you might not get home that day. So not planning a lot then for when you get home is probably a good thing. But have something in your mind of something fun to do when you get home. Like for me, it's going to be great when I get back. Sometime I'm going to head and go see my grandkids. So I know that that's coming, and I'll be excited to see them because I'll be able to tell them and see my sons, or give my sons a call and tell them about my trip. So something exciting. And my husband's at home and he's not going to be going on this one, but I talk to him every day when I'm on my trip. I usually go away in the winter. He doesn't go. So he's an accountant, so is working and enjoys that. So he's not a winter traveler at all. So I usually just take a week or so and go somewhere. So usually every night I phone him. So when I get home, I look forward to telling him about my trip. Even though I'm talking to him every day, I still have stuff to tell him when I get home. But anyways, so yeah, so that's kind of my 5 little tips that I thought of tonight to help alleviate stress. Yeah, so I just find that I love it. And the more that I can do ahead of time, the better things go for me. That's just how I am. I don't really like winging it that much, but sometimes my husband says I plan too much. So there is a fine line there of almost over planning. So it is good to be in the moment sometimes. I like to have ideas of what I want to do, but it's not in stone, so that you kind of know what you're doing. But with packing, I'm pretty much anal about that. I get that done beforehand. So anyways, I'm starting to ramble now, so I'll say goodbye. But anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, follow my travels. I'm going to be heading out Sunday, so it'll be fun. Anyways, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye now.